Hi, I'm Ed Baldoni, owner and inventor of Counterform. I've been in the construction business for over 30 years. When I decided to start pouring concrete countertops, I realized there has to be an easier, more economical way. Counterform is a brand new forming system that allows do-it-yourselfers and professionals the ability to pour beautiful cast-in-place countertops with a variety of edge profiles. In this instructional video, we'll show you how to form and pour a cast-in-place countertop using the patented Counterform system. I'm sure you'll agree this is the easiest and fastest way to form a concrete countertop.
Hi, in this segment of the video, we're going to walk you through the whole forming process. At this point, you can see that we've got the countertops removed. We're going to take our plastic, drape our plastic over the tops of these to protect the countertops or the cabinetry below from any splash as we're pouring the tops themselves, and we'll start walking you through this process. Here we have some plastic. I'm just going to simply drape this over the cabinets. And you like to do this before you put your Durarock on, so you don't have to tape it. Any wicking moisture through the Durarock will be protected, and it'll be protecting your cabinets down below, as we said earlier. At this point, we already have our Durarock cut for this piece, so we'll just put it in place. You can simply take a piece and scribe it over the top of this from the underside and cut it to fit. From here, we'll screw this piece down. Then we'll go ahead and continue to put down our forms. We'll scribe our marks out, take the measurements, and cut our forming pieces.
When installing cement board to the cabinets, the rough side should be kept up. This will promote bonding of the concrete to the cement board. Attach the cement board to the cabinets with 1 1/4 inch drywall screws. The cement board should not extend past the cabinetry. For this forming job, we will be using the fancy edge profile. We will now demonstrate how to prepare for an undermount sink opening. Carefully trace the sink template onto the cement board. After this is completed, remove the template and cut out the opening. You can follow the same procedure for a drop-in sink. If a drop-in sink were used, you could use a piece of backwall form to block out the sink opening. Make sure to fasten all remaining cement board to the cabinetry.
At this point, we've got our cement board all fastened down. We're going to go ahead and show you how to scribe out your marks so you can take measurements to make your corners. It's as simple as taking a piece of the forming system, scribe out your corner each direction, set it up flush. This will give you an intersecting point, which will then become your short point for your corner, allowing you to make your miter cut and make your corners line up and make them nice and flush. The same on all 4 corners. Go ahead and scribe your marks through each direction.
Here you are looking at an inside corner edge expert. The 2-piece kit also contains an outside corner edge expert. These will hold all of the Counterform edge profiles firmly in the correct position while cutting. Notice the edge experts are splined and glued together, eliminating the chance of hitting a nail or screw while cutting.
Now at this point, we've got our marks, we've made our marks, measured out our pieces of our counterforming system. We've made our miter cuts. We're going to place these on our countertop, lining up our corners so that they're nice and tight. We go ahead and pre-drill the corner. We're then using zinc-plated screws to fasten in place. That way we don't have any rust bleeding through our finished tops when we're done. You can also use a galvanized screw. these corners again, make sure they line up nice.
Here you see a small return used to finish the side of a refrigerator panel. This will be held in place with duct tape. Do not screw the back wall form into the wall. It is attached to the top of the cement board only. Notice the notch in the back wall form. This is made so the profile piece fits snug to the wall. The back wall angle will not be removed. It is later covered by the backsplash of your choice. After securing the Z counterforms to the cement board, the corners will be held together with duct tape. Make sure to pull the duct tape tight to prevent movement when concrete is placed. For this project, we used 6x6 welded wire mesh for added reinforcement. Here we are preparing the wire mesh to be used during concrete installation. Make sure the wire mesh fits loosely inside all forms. The wire mesh should be held back 1 inch from the front of the Z counterforms. Here, diagonal corner reinforcing is being prepared for later use. This will help prevent cracking from sink corners. This faucet requires 2 knockouts, one for the spout and one for the hand sprayer. After properly locating each, trace the knockouts onto the cement board. Mark the center of the knockout and drill a 2 5/8 inch hole. Then push the knockouts up from the bottom side. Because of their unique design, they will seal from the bottom, leaving them perfectly flush with the top of the Z counterforms. The knockouts will form a 2 1/2 inch pocket, 1 inch below the countertop to securely fasten any hardware. These knockouts are reusable. For this undermount sink, we use the optional self-adhering sink form. Care was taken to ensure the sink form was the same height as the back wall and edge profiles. As you can see, a bead of caulking was run on the outside of the form to create a small reveal. Once the form is removed, a bead of caulk can be run inside the reveal to ensure a watertight fit. After all forms have been installed, it is important to vacuum and wipe clean the inside of Z counterforms. This will ensure that no unwanted debris is left in the finished countertops. It is a good idea to mist the cement board with water before you install the concrete. This will help promote bonding of the concrete to the cement board and help eliminate the concrete from drying too quickly. There are numerous different mixes available to pour your countertops. For this project, we used a specially designed countertop mix. Specially countertop mixes contain small or no aggregate and specific additives which add strength and workability. When mixing the concrete, be sure to follow the manufacturer's instructions. Depending on the mix, the consistency of the concrete will vary. Some mixes will appear wetter than the one demonstrated here.
At this point, we've got everything formed. We started to pour, and to ensure success with these forms, you want to make sure to pack the concrete up against this edge form and work it in, stacking it up vertically. This is all prior to installing your mesh, which we'll go to later on. You want to really knead it in there like you're playing with dough. Work any of the air out of it and continue to build the corner up. Don't worry about any excess that hangs over the top. We'll level that off once you screed it. We'll then come back and vibrate the edges with a palm sander and just work it along the outside. I'll demonstrate that for you in a little bit.
The forms are filled approximately 1/3 of the way full and then flattened with a wood or magnesium trowel. Next, the pre-cut wire mesh is carefully placed on the concrete before continuing to fill the forms. To remove any unwanted blemishes on the edge, it is imperative to vibrate the forms thoroughly. When you think you have vibrated them enough, vibrate them some more. This will help remove any air bubbles that will later create voids in the finished edge. Once the forms are full, carefully screed and level all tops. Unlike other countertop forms on the market, Z Counterform is strong enough to screed directly on top of. Z Counterform kits contain a back wall angle, which gives a screed point against the wall, ensuring a perfectly level countertop. The back wall angle also prevents concrete from adhering to the wall, thus allowing the countertops to move freely as cabinets below expand and contract. This will help prevent the countertops from cracking. No other forming system offers these unique features. When screeding is completed, a wood or magnesium trowel can be used to trowel the surface. At this point, it is a good idea to vibrate all front edges again. Remember, you can never vibrate too much. Here we are using a palm sander. If you have access to a pencil vibrator, you may want to vibrate both the inside and the outside of the forms. When the concrete begins to set, you can use a steel trowel to finish the countertops. This will give you a smooth finished surface. Here is a Z-Gem pad. Notice how the diamond surface extends to the end of the foam block. This will allow you to sand even the tightest corners. Unique to the Z-Gem pad is the ability to separate the diamond sanding surface from the foam block. This allows it to conform to irregular surfaces such as rounded edge profiles. When the concrete is fully cured, use a Z-Gem pad to carefully sand any excess concrete off the top of the edge form. Extra care should be taken on inside corners. Make sure they are thoroughly clean of any excess concrete to prevent chipping. At this point, you are ready to snap off Z Counterform. Remove the duct tape from all corners. Grab the top of the forms and pull downward. Because of Z Counterform's patented design, they will snap off with ease, revealing a polished edge. On longer length pieces, it is helpful to have an extra set of hands to help snap off Z Counterform. If any voids did occur in the edge, they can easily be filled with a micro topping mix and sanded smooth with Z-Gem pads. These tops are now ready for staining and sealing.